What's good, fam? This is Queen Common Sense coming back to you from the Chi-Town, holding it down. Hotep, one love, one family, tough love. I'm going to take it down a few notches today because this is going out to the hearts, the spirits, and the minds of the family. And for those that can use it, good. If it don't apply, let it fly. But I speak on my personal experiences and what I observe among my people, and I try to give my perspective on what I see, what I've learned, and how we can focus more on resolving these issues and finding better tools to deal with them and heal them so that we can move forward, grow, learn, and bloom. And what I've been seeing among my sister friends, and all y'all, my sister friends, whether you motherfucking like it or not, I consider my ladies, my goddesses, my sister friends, because when one of us hurt, we all hurt. When one of us are elated, we all are elated. So that's the way it should be, and that's the way that it is with me if you're connected to me in any way, shape, or form. So I've been observing a lot, and I've been looking at the brokenness. The brokenness is very touching, and being an empath, it touches me in many, many different ways, and a lot of it is very painful to watch and experience it, whether it be firsthand, myself, or sitting next to a sister friend and sharing in her pain by listening and absorbing her aura and trying to help her find her way a little bit with what I can do, what I know, and what's helped me. So everything ain't for everybody, and for those of us who really don't give a fuck, neither do I. Fuck you, go both ways. So now that I got my little disclaimer out the way, we shall continue. I'm looking at the brokenness, and I see where this type of dysfunction is set up to be generationally debilitating. And once we identify it, the next step is to accept it. No matter how fucked up it is, we have to accept it. Before that, we have to identify it. And then the next step after accepting it is tackling it and facing it head on. Because what we would like to heal, we cannot heal if we refuse to confront it. That's them difficult things that we just don't want to go there. We don't want to cause no more damage. We don't want to send it over the cliff. But sometimes we have to. And then there's others that have to be at the bottom of that cliff to catch us and help us back up so we can reclimb that fucking mountain on the other side. So I want to start off by saying, I do it too, to a certain degree. I do it too. I'm not exempt from none of this. That's why I say we, and sometimes I say y'all, because some of this shit I just don't do. But we all do it. And that's, we find ourselves and put ourselves in a mess. And then we lean on our sister friend for a little bit of guidance, support, and nurturing because we got our asses kicked, or we let somebody kick our ass, or we kick our own ass. And then once we realize it, we begin to put ourselves down. Oh, I was stupid. That was dumb. I know. Hindsight is always 20/20 for some of us. For others, some of us just don't motherfucking get it. But yeah, we that's the next step. After accepting it and tackling it. Healing does not come with putting yourself down or others down. You know, like I always say, you know, for those of us freak bookers, you see me put it up all the time, you know. You can't beat yourself up and show me a perfect person and I show you a motherfucking liar. You know, and I use my own personal experiences for examples because it's just not cool unless, you know, there's permission given to put people out there on Front Street like that, unless I've been told, please do this, please do that. But I use myself as an example because I'm learning and growing too, just like all the rest of us. And we say to each other, well, I'm a little slow, so could you know, help me? That kind of stuff, you know, that's not healing. That's not progression. That's not moving forward, because some of us might have jumped on the bandwagon, so to speak, a little later than others, but that don't make you no less intelligent or no less with less of the ability to comprehend and catch on and understand than others. The thing is where that slow shit that we do, and a lot of it is an act. A lot of it is putting on, because it's like a little child. You know, some children kind of wanna be coddled a little more at different times, and it's up to us as their mother to see that and kind of check that and say, you know what, you know, I see where you just want attention, and within your intuition, mama know that I've given you enough attention. So now it's time for a little tough love. We're gonna physically separate a little bit, and I'm gonna let you enjoy yourself while I monitor and watch over you and protect you while you do so, and guide you along the appropriate path. Does that make sense, fam? That's one thing I want us to work on, is stop putting ourselves down first, and stop putting each other down because we see the other make a mistake or get into a tough spot, or, you know, make a bad decision against better advisement or what have you. That's number one. Stop putting yourself down, you know, because I kick myself in the head when I do it. I'm like, God damn, that was stupid. I had to catch myself. No, that wasn't stupid. I just made the wrong decision for me. Now I know. So when I feel that coming against me and I'm coming up against that again, I know I can make a better decision. And some of us, we do stupid shit. Once we identify that as stupid, though, it's no need to put that energy out there and say, God damn, that was stupid. You were stupid. Why was you so stupid? You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two is, you know, stop pretending to be slow. Stop acting like you don't get it, because, you know, there's a frequency that we give off. And, you know, me being empathic and psychic, I can tell the difference. You know, it's one thing when you really not quite catching on, and it's a little clarity that you need, and it's another thing, you know, when you just don't want to get it and you refuse to let go of the way that you are programmed and have programmed yourself. Because growing up, I say a good 80% of the things that we think and do and feel have been told to us. We have been told to think and feel and do those things growing up as a youth, up to approximately the age 13, some of us 18, when we start to develop our own thoughts, habits, and decision making patterns. You know, and I study this shit very closely, you know, and I look at it and try to listen to other people's perspective on this, you know, the brokenness and the healing process, and trying to find those things that we've been covering up and burying deep down inside us. And then when we really do realize it, it's a process that we go through in dealing with it and accepting it and learning about it more about ourselves. You know, and it's nothing wrong with loving on yourself. It's nothing wrong with holding yourself valuable. And it's a different thing when you can talk the talk. Yeah, I'm all this and that, and I deserve this and that. And deep down inside, it's really a cover-up for how you really feel. And the fear is there stopping you from really saying, this is how I really feel. I'm just talking all that shit just to cover up the fact that I'm vulnerable and a little fragile right now. And I really don't believe it for myself, but if I say it is enough to myself, then I'll eventually get it. That's no way to heal either, because you're not facing the detailed issue or issues head on, one at a time. And that goes into my next thing that I want to segue over into is, you know, this grieving process that we have to go through when we realize what we see ain't what it fucking is. It's really something else. And when we wake up and open our eyes to the realistic shit that we've been duped in more ways than one, you know, it's a process. You know, for me, might be different for other people, but for me, first I got pissed because I don't like feeling like somebody or something or some situation is trying to play me, because I'm a very intelligent being and I catch on pretty quick, and sometimes I'm about 5-10 steps ahead of the shit, but other times, you know, it's a little tricky to catch it, you know, and we need to really focus and pay attention and not fall for the okie doke when there is a situation ahead of us or people ahead of us threatening to try to make a fool of us or use us or abuse us in any type of way. It's time to really cut the shit, cut the laughing, the giggling, and the airhead, bubble-headed bitch ass shit, and pay attention, especially when somebody love you enough to poke you and say, homegirl, you didn't catch that? You know, that didn't quite sit well with me, and I'm your girl, I got your back, and I didn't like the way the fuck that happened. We're down with you there. Now, I'm speaking up, trying to show you, instead of looking at her like a hater, look at her like a guardian, like the angel that she is, for even putting herself at risk of getting cussed the fuck out from you, to point it out and say, you know what, I know old girl, she gonna try to say I'm a hater and I'm just mad and jealous because it's not her and it's me. That's the default fucking fallback, low frequency fallback for all of us women. We do that, the majority of us do it. If we elated in a situation and our homegirl goes say, wait a minute, wait, I seen some shit, some dangerous shit around the corner, wait now. We automatically want to pinpoint and label her as the hater when she's trying to raise a red flag and say, let's take a pause for the cause now. We need to have a meeting. Because I see some shit, you a little too happy. I see some shit that you need to pay attention to and really weigh this shit out on a better frame, on some more equal scales. You feel me? You know? So, number one, identify. Number two, accept. Number three, we got to go through that grieving process. We can't just carry it and bury it. You got to get it up and out. You know, sometimes I cry, scream, kick a motherfucking door down. Fuck, I got a couple of sets of garbage cans, aluminum garbage cans. Like back in the day, I go outside and kick the fuck out of them garbage cans. I got a leather Everlast bag. I fuck it up. You got to get that shit up and out. You know, and a lot of people have said, damn, Queen, you so strong. I don't see how you do it. That's one way. You know, to keep my hands off of other motherfuckers so I don't go to jail. That's one way. You know, and tears, that's just cleansing. That's just release. People say, oh, you know, you a punk, you weak, you crying, why you blubbering and shit. It's one thing to be a crybaby, and it's one thing to release those angry, pissed off, fucked up, mad as hell, confused, twisted, not sure, unsure, frail, fragile tears. Release them. Because that's cleansing and strengthening. And crying don't mean you weak. It just means you have a heart and a soul and a conscience. That's what that means. You have a spirit. And it needs healing. You have to purge. Just like anything else. When we go and relieve ourselves, we have to purge that from our temple to put other good things back in to keep us what? Alive. Ashe? Alright, so that's the thing that I see You know, and I don't like it when we kick ourselves when we down. And then you know I don't like a motherfucking bully. I can't stand when other motherfucking bitches come in and kick they so-called sister friend while she down. Whether it be behind the back, in another area, or to her face. That's some low-down, dirty, sadistic, tacky shit. And making light out of someone else's pain or struggle or confliction or confusion. You know, and that bubble-headed shit, we really, ladies, that is not cute. It's not cute. It's not funny, and that's why you keep finding yourself in the same fucked up ass low frequency situations with that I don't get it. Could you know, that's not us. We are a regal breed of being. Highly intuitive, highly intelligent. We were built this way. Period. If it's in your DNA, you are one. So just don't play yourself and you think you're getting over and getting by easy with that airheaded role, because it's tacky. I don't care who do it. It's some tacky shit, and it's real annoying to those of us who are ready to get in where we fit in and get this train moving. It's a delay. It's a time and place for everything. I got the best sense of humor you ever want to see. But when I'm getting down to business, I take life, progression, elevation, and promotion very seriously. So 95% of the time, I might get down real tough and I'm on my grind and I got this serious mug, my game face on, you know, because I'm doing some things and I'm up in the spirit usually, and most of the time I'm quiet. I don't only talk when I have something to say or really want to rub some shit in. That's the only time that I do say something. But I have a good sense of humor and I know when and where to do it. It's called timing, tact, elegance, and class. And a lot of us have a lot to be desired in that goddamn area. So, another thing is beating a goddamn dead horse. Now, when you come and you want to know something about yourself and you looking for answers, and you get them, you know, straight with no chasing, no training wheels, no lime or salt or lemon, from me, don't be the goddamn dead horse. You got the information. Get a pencil or a piece of paper, write the shit down, because I don't like repeating myself. Now, a lot of people do because they like to hear themselves talk. But for most time, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. And I say you have comprehensive knowledge, basic instincts, and intuition. So I'm going to say this one clear, good time, real loud, so you can hear me. If you didn't get it, set a recorder, write it down, have somebody else listening with you. Because I'm only going to say it once. Now, whatever you need to do with your memory, get some St. John's wort, some beets, cucumbers, papayas, or rutabagas to help you remember shit better, then that's what you need to do, because I'm not going to repeat myself. Especially when I'm trying to help you and learn something from you, and we trying to move upwards and onwards. Don't do that to me. Don't play that. What did you say? Not what it was. Because you got Google and Bing and shit just like I do, and I look shit up for myself. And when I learn more about it and I put it to use in my own aura, I share with how it affected it, how it helped it or not. You feel me? So, don't make me repeat my goddamn self, and don't keep coming to me with the same shit over and over again, because I'm going to tell you the same damn thing what I said before. Hit it, face it, accept it, and then you're going to start grieving. Goddamn. Shit, that's fucked up. Now all this time I'm thinking it's like this, but it's really like that. Ain't that a motherfucker? Somebody just played. I just played my goddamn self, because I had a picture in my mind of what I wanted it to be. And I wanted to believe it so bad that it was going to be like that, and it's going to be like that one day. And now I see it ain't. And I wasted all this time, days, months, weeks, years, eons, waiting for my picture to manifest itself into a reality. And I feel like now I done got played. Goddamn, you gonna get mad as fuck first. You gonna be hurt. You gonna want to kill a motherfucker sooner or later, depending on what type of spirit you got. Me, that's the kind of me. If somebody try to fuck with me and fuck me over, I'm ready to stab them in their heart. That's just how I am. Everybody not like that. Some people are passive, some people are aggressive, some people are passive-aggressive, and many other different things. But me, I want to kill a motherfucker when I find out that that picture that I was programmed to believe what I see is not true. And it's never going to be goddamn that way. And this motherfucker tried to paint a picture of themselves, he or she, that ain't real. And you want to make me believe that that's what it is instead of what the fuck I see. Because people show you how they feel about you more so than they tell you. Tell you what the fuck is wrong. But you watch them and listen to what they do. Listen to what they do. Okay? So, now I done went down to, goddamn, y'all got me talking 21 minutes. I'm going to come back with this here. If you like it, let me know. You need some more, let me know. But I'm not going to repeat myself. That's why I do video. So, y'all cut the shit. Love on yourself. Be good to yourself. As my healer, teacher, Tasha, my sister, my big queen sister say, be good to yourself. And remember, Papa Monster said, fuck you go both ways. So if somebody try to tell you fuck you in a discreet, backhanded manner, that shit go both ways. Because see, somebody only got to tell me fuck you one time. And you better be careful, because I might fuck you right back. You don't like it. See, there's nothing written in stone that says you have to continue to torture yourself just because somebody is related to you, close to you, you fond of them. Sometimes it's good to cut the cord and let them figure the shit out. You done laid down tools that work, you know, and have worked for generations on healing, moving forward and moving on, letting go. Some people just don't want to let go. Some people addicted to the motherfucking drama like a fucking drug. It's an endorphin in people's brain that's not quite situated right. And they addicted to that chaos and confusion and just mind-boggled, fucked up shit going on. They can't have no peace. And when it's peace, they're trying to figure a way how to stir it up. You feel me, fam? Now, you're not going to make me go to 30 minutes. Okay, I'm stopping here at about 25. So, one love. One family. Tough love. Keep it real. Keep it funky. Keep it tight. Keep it right. Hotep. From the goddamn Chi-Town, holding it motherfucking down. Identify the brokenness. Face it. Confront it. Grieve it. And let that bitch go. Love you.